ఎంత అడుగు
ఆధార్ కార్డు కావాలి.
నీకు రోజు అడగట్లేదు కదా, కొత్త అనుకుంటా. ఇంకా 100 ఉందా? నువ్వు చేంజ్ చేయడం ఇక నాని ఇదంతా చేంజ్. హలో 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 Hello, can anybody respond, please? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sir.
Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Bhargav?
Sir, చెప్పండి sir.
Hello? Hello?
Sir.
Hello? Okay. What happens? Okay. Okay, good morning everybody. Just my voice is not clear. It is not audible. Hello. Yeah. Hello. All right. Bhargav, can you please respond? Hello, Bhargav. Bhargav, can you please respond, please? Lokesh. Lokesh.
Sir.
Right. Your voice is clear. Okay. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, can anybody respond? What is the status of the picture, status of the screen? Hello? Nana, can anybody respond? Is it, the screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, now. Okay, all right. So first of all, so I think it is 2 days over. So that's why I think there is a chance to forgetting everything. So now I want to discuss, just recollect for 5 minutes. I want to recollect the previous information, which is very benefit to you. So when OOPS is completely depends upon the objects and classes. So Java is completely depends upon the objects and classes. Everything is related to class and object. So a class is a collection of objects. Class having a attributes. That attributes may be the integers, character, strings, and next one double, float, different data types, different methods, and different constructors are also available in the class. So this will give the initial values. It will give some attributes. To access this attribute, an object is created. It is definitely. So attributes of the class are accessed by the objects. By the objects. Okay, I repeat, attributes of the class are accessed by the objects. So object is definitely created. Okay, right. Next one, there are 2 types of that. Number 1, if the method is a static, no need to create object. We should directly access the attributes of the class. I repeat, method is a static, directly, no creation of the object, no need of the object, and that object you can directly access the attributes from the class. Second thing, if the class is the object, if the method is a public, you should create the object, and after creation of the object, you should access the public method. Please be remember, this is a very, very important. If the method is static, it should directly access that method. If the method is a public, okay, if it is a static, no need of the object, you can directly access. Second thing, if you want, if the method is public, you should create object. With the help of the object, you should access the attributes. The first point. Second is a method. Method is a collection of instruction to perform specific task. Whenever you call, then that task should be performed. 2 types of methods are there, written and non-written. Written, it will give some values. Non-written, it cannot give any value. This is called as a method. Next, object creation. Object creation, whenever an object is created, then compiler can allocate certain memory space to the object. Okay, so before creating an object, it can search the JVM. Compiler or JVM can search the garbage is there. If there is a garbage, then that should be cleaned. That is called as a garbage creation, the garbage cleaning. Okay, that is called garbage collection, cleaning, collection, everything, garbage collection. So after garbage is collected, then a memory space is allocated. How to clear the garbage? Just by reference is set to 0. Reference is set to 0, then that memory, that object cannot be referenced by anybody. If it is not referenced by anybody, it should be cleared by using the garbage collection. So now that space is allocated to new object. This is a very important. Okay. Next is the constructor. Constructor is a attributes having the values. Attributes. So class having the attributes. Attributes having some values. That values are assigned by the user or assigned by the system. If system is assigned, default values are assigned. If the attributes are created by the user, so then you can assign that value. So assign the values to the attribute are 2 methods. One is called as a constructor. That constructor is a default constructor, or the constructor is a user created constructor. What is the purpose of the constructor? You want to use the attributes of the class, so that's having the values. So if you are initiate that value, you should directly access by the object. by the object. So I repeat, object is created, it refers to the constructor. Constructor is in place in the class, class having an attribute, that attributes having a initial value. Initial value is created by user, it is very good. Initial value is created by the system, it is also very good. So if you are forgetting creating the constructor, then system default creating the constructor. Okay, so once you are creating an object, then it refers to the constructor immediately. It refers to the constructor immediately. So if a value, then you can access. If no, that is the default values are created by the system. This is called constructor. The next one is the inheritance. It's an important thing. Inheritance. So inheritance stands for please be follow one blind and blunder rule that attribute create every time. You should create two classes, one for attributes, one for objects. Please be put in mind, one for attributes, one for objects. Then there is a clear an idea. There is a clear idea. So you should be free. If you are everything is a single class, it's like clumsy is there. So it is better create two classes, one for attribute, one for objects. Simple method. Next, inheritance. Inheritance stands for you are creating the two classes. One class as a parent class, second class is called as a subclass. That is called as a child class. Access the attributes of the parent by the child. By the child. Suppose all the attributes are available in the parent class. So then you can utilize. The child can utilize and you should develop. So that's the process is called accessing the attributes of the parent class by the child class is called as inheritance. Inheritance. Okay. So next one. Now there are three types of inheritance are there. Actually 5 types, but you are understanding only the 3 types. Single level, so parent, one child. Multi-level, parent, child, more than one level. That is the parent, child, grandchild. So third one is the hierarchical. So one parent, two child are there. Next. Okay, this is called as a inheritance. So next is the polymorphism. Functioning is the polymorphism stands for functioning is the same, performance is the different. Same function. That means is a parent or child or grandchild or whatever it may be the child, any levels of the child, then you are writing the same function. That you are writing the same method. So same method. So working is the same. So then performance is different. Okay. So this is called as a polymorphism. Polymorphism. So please be remembered, polymorphism stands for same function can be performed in different way. Poly, different. Morphism, different way. Okay. So different way, perform the same function. Okay, clear. So there are 2 types of the polymorphisms are there. One is called as a dynamic polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism. That means overwriting the method. Overwriting the method is called as a dynamic polymorphism. Polymorphism can be performed at the runtime. Object is created runtime, refer to the parent, and there is a overwriting is takes place from which child class it is accepting. That is called as a overwriting the method. So this is called as a dynamical method. Next is called as a static method. Static method polymorphism is the example of the overloading. Okay, here overwriting, here overloading. Okay, so this is the overloading is performed in the at the time of the static time. So okay, the static time. So this is called as a static polymorphism, and this is called as a dynamic polymorphism. Okay, next is the binding. So binding is the relation how the parent and child is binding, either the dynamically or either the statically. So how to understand the static? So please be listen that every frequent time I mention the same thing. Static stands for no overwriting. Only overloading takes place in the polymorphism. Next, dynamic stands for overwriting. Overwriting of the method at the time of the runtime. Okay, this is the fundamental. So if you are observing that whether it is a static polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism, before the method, you should specify if it is a public If it is a public, then that is a dynamic polymorphism. If it is a static, that is a static polymorphism. Okay, in the static polymorphism, overloading is takes place. In the dynamic polymorphism, overwriting the polymorphism is takes place. Okay, how they are linked body, which is method, is called as a binding. Static binding, dynamic binding. It is already mentioned just now. Static stands for it is only you can use the other than public. Other than public, it is a static. You can write static, final, abstract, and protected. It is all the private thing. If it is a private, that is called as a static, then overloading is takes place. No overwriting. But here it is a public. Then before the public, before the method name, it is a public, then it is a dynamic. Dynamic stands for overwriting is takes place. This is the fundamental funda. Okay, so binding means relation between the body and its method. How they are related with each other at the time of run or at the time of compiler. Statically, static stands for so at the time of compile time, their object is created. But dynamically stands for at the time of runtime, they can be created and they are linked to overriding. Okay, right. This is called as a polymorphism. Okay, so polymorphism and next one interface. This is called polymorphism. Next is the already in the last class I explained about the abstract. Abstract. Just I remember one thing. Don't use final as a class name for the polymorphism or inheritance. For the inheritance, don't use the final. If you are using the final, then it is not public. It is a private. So it is executed only inside the class. Okay, no polymorph for the polymorphism or inheritance, you can use other than final. If you are using the final, no polymorphism, no inheritance. If there is no inheritance, no polymorphism. No polymorphism, no binding. So please be remembered one thing. So next is the abstract class. Up to now, so up to before the abstract, in the inheritance property, the body is available. The method body is available to the user. Okay, but in the abstract class, it is a hiding. It is a hiding. So here we are using the polymorphism. Here we are using the inheritance. Okay, but what is the difference between the abstract and the polymorphism? In the abstract, parent having the method, only the name, no body. To find out the what its function, create child class or subclass by inheritance property. Okay, inheritance property. Then you can understand what its function, what its method can perform. Because if the class is abstract, no method body is there. There is no method. Method is there, but there is no body there. To find out its working principle, create a class, subclass by using the inheritance or using the polymorphism. Because here we are using the polymorphism. Because what the function is there, that the same function is available here, but at there is no body, but here there is a body. So to perform the body, then it is better to create a subclass to accept the method by using the runtime, by using the polymorphism. So then it can be executed. Why? Because so if you are creating the object in subclass, then it should be working. I repeat, parent class is there, child class is there, parent having a one method, child having the same method, that is called as a polymorphism, but working function is different. What is the difference? Before the abstract, so polymorph, that is a method is available in the parent class and its body. So head and body. But the same one can be repeated in the subclass. But in the abstract class, polymorphism performed, dynamic polymorphism performed, and third one, in the parent class, no body is available of the method, But in the polymorphism process, the child class having a body with its method with its body. Okay, right. Suppose an object is created. That object can access the subclass by using the polymorphism. At the dynamic polymorphism, it can be executed. First point. Second point, object is created in the parent class, but the parent class is an abstract. The parent class is abstract. You are creating an object, you will get some error because parent class is a abstract class. In the abstract class, no body, it is not executed. You will get some error. So to find out what its function, create a subclass. Dynamic polymorphism can be takes place. Then you will get what its function. Okay, but how it is implemented, you don't know. How it is implemented, you don't know. But you want to function performance, whether it is function working or not. Yes, how and what you know. So please be remember, abstract means hiding the method from body. Its body is not visible to you. If the class is abstract, it have only can specify what it is. What it is. But how it is works, you don't need. To perform what its function, create a subclass. And by using the dynamic polymorphism, then method overriding is there. Then you can find out what its function. This is called as a abstract. Okay. So sometimes they're asking the question, is the multi-hierarchy, multiple hierarchy? Okay. So multi-level is different from multiple hierarchy. So multiple hierarchy stands for different child can be access the same function. So I can explain later. So multi-level. So then the child can be confused what the action should be performed. There is some confusion, I can explain later. So this is called as a abstract. Now I want to specify another abstract method. So please be listen. Abstract is a class. Abstract is a class. It is already explained in the previous class. Now I want to discuss about the interface. Interface is a method. Interface is a method. Please be remembered. So that this method can perform the hiding. That is called abstracting. Abstracting means hiding. So please be remembered that interface and abstract. Abstract is a class. Interface is a method. What the functions are, they can hiding the some information. So abstract is a 0 to 100% abstraction, but interface is a 100% abstraction. 100% abstraction. That means no body should be available, 100% protected. But in the abstract class, it is only 0 to abstraction is only up to 0 to 100%. So that means there is a variation. Some abstract methods and some non-abstract methods, some constructors they can be accepted by using the abstract class. But in the interface, everything 100% abstraction takes place. But what is the main difference? Interface is a method, abstract is a class. Okay, all right. What is the function? Functions are same, abstraction, but the implementation is different. Okay, all right. Let us take, this is called as a interface. Okay, all right. So, but you can remember the 3 important keywords. Number 1, extends. Extends used for the inheritance. Extends can be used for the inheritance. Okay, for the abstraction, implements. So let us take, this is called as a abstract. So implement. In the interface, you can use the implement. It's a very important thing. Please be remembered. So let us take, I want to discuss about the interface. Interface is one of the abstraction method. I repeatedly say that interface is a one type of method to perform the abstraction. Abstraction means hiding. It is 100% abstraction. So let us take, this is called a interface in Java is a blueprint of class. But it is not a class. It is a method. Okay. So interface in Java is a mechanism to achieve abstraction. There can be only abstract methods in the Java interface. Only abstract methods. No partial. Completely abstract methods are there. So next, not method body. It do not have any body. It is used to achieve the abstraction. Multiple inheritance in Java. But in the abstraction, in the inheritance, multiple inheritance is not possible. I can show you the multiple inheritance. Okay, just please wait. Multiple inheritance. Yes, this is called as a multiple inheritance. Two parent classes are there, one child class. Two parent classes are there, one child class is called as a multiple inheritance. But in the multi-level means one parent, one child, and one grandchild. This is the multi-level, and this is the multiple. Two parents, one child. Suppose if I'm performing one object, then where can I accept? Either from class A or either from class B. I will get some confusion. This confusion should be avoided by the interface. This confusion, two parents, one child. Normally one child, one parent, two children are there. But in the reverse process, two parents, one child. Okay. So here what happened? The child cannot understand which operation should be performed from where, either from class A or either from class B. So here interface, I repeat, interface is a 100% abstraction. And in the interface, every method is a abstracted method, no body type. Second, okay, first one, it is a 100% abstraction. Second one, methods inside the interface is 100%, no body parts. So everyone is abstract. And the third one, multi-level, okay, multi-level inheritance is possible in the interface. In the interface. So if the method is abstract, no body part. No body part. To find out what its working function, create a class. Create a class. And that class is a child class. That child class can give a method and it is a body. So then overriding takes place. Overriding takes place stands for dynamic polymorphism. Okay? All right. So please see this. I can show you one example. The next one, it is a follows the inheritance. If it is follow the inheritance, it is an easier relation. Easier relation from parent to child. So here, what is the parent? Method. What is the method? Interface. Okay. All right. So why use the Java? For the protection purpose. Why you are using the interface in Java? It is the protection. Okay. All right. Let us take next one. How to declare an interface. Okay. Here you are using the word implements. Implement. Okay. All right. So let us take. This is the interface. So please see this. This is the interface. So before the interface name, you should keep interface. Interface is a 100% abstraction, and this is the body part. So this is the interface. I repeat again, say that interface is a method. Okay, right. So let us take first. I want to give right. Suppose in the method, so this is called as a method. Some constants are there. So these you are not to specify. They can default to give the compiler. So I will show an example. Let us take. This is the interface is a interface, and the interface name is the printable. Let us take this is the attributes or the parameter. So integer minimum 5 void print. So before this, automatically it will assign public static, public abstract. Okay, public to abstract to public to static. So this can be default assigned by the compiler. You are not supposed to mention this. So when the runtime, then it can be allocated. Okay, this is the one and the important of the interface. Next is the relationship. So I am saying that method and class. So interface is a method, but whether it is interface with the class or not. So whether there are two chances are there. Number one, interface to class, and next one, interface to interface. Two chances are there. So that means interface is connected with the class, interface is connected with another interface. So whether an interface is connected with the class, then you can use the implements. This is called the implements. Okay, next one. Next, suppose the interface is interlinked with inheritance with the interface. So interlink between two interfaces. Then you can use the use extends. You can use extends. So please see that interface is linked with the class by the implements. Interface is linked with another interface by the extends. A class is interlinked with another class by the extends. By the extends. So class to class extends. Interface to interface extends. Interface to class. Okay. Implements. Implements. Okay. All right. So please see that method is abstracted 100%. To find out its function, create a child class, and you can use the implements from inheritance, that interface to class. Interface to class by using implement. How they are connected? Interface and class are connected with the help of implement. Then the body is overwriting here, and you should find out what its function. A method is overwriting in the child class, then what its function can be performed by the method. So let us take. This is a very important. Next. So this is the first example. This is the first example. So please see that up to now, we are finding how to find out the method, how to find out the constructor, how the inheritance takes place. This is a very important. Now we are finding the how a interface is connected to class, interface is connected to another interface. So please, by observing this, you can understand, okay, how the method is find out, how the constructor is find out, how the class is find out, and how the inheritance takes place, and how the interface is interlinked with the class. Okay, an interface is interlinked with another interface. So just by using the keywords, you can observe that. First, to find out how to say that this is the interface, because a keyword before the method, a keyword interface before the method. I already said that interface is a method. So now what is the method name? Printable. What is the keyword before the method name? Interface. Okay, all right. So let us take, this is called as a void print. Method having arguments. Okay, then there is a no body part. This is called, there is no body part, void print. And of course, you want to say the print. It's a print. What can I print? What I want to print? You don't know. So that's why this is called 100% abstraction, no body part. Let us take, so this is called as the interface. Second, this is called as a class. So already mentioned the previous. I request the student that don't draw anything on the screen. Don't draw anything on the screen. Okay, right. So let us take, this is called as a class. So what are the properties of the class? A class is a keyword. What is the name of the class? A6. But this class is interlinked with the interface. So then what is the keyword? You are using the implement. Class to interface or interface to class. This is the implement. So let us take implements. Okay. So then from which interface? What is the name of the interface? Printable. So class A6 is interfaced with what is the name of the interface name? Printable. So this is the link from interface to class. So now what is the method? It is abstract method. So that means there is no body. Then what is the function? Print. So that's why in the print it can specify hello. Suppose in other class you are giving some another function, print something, my name is so on so on. So in the interface, you don't understand what it is. It can just use the print enough and write enough, eat enough, what you can eat. So you don't know. So that depends upon different classes and different child. Okay. So what is the print function? It is an abstract method. Then what it performs? So in the A6, so that is called hello. If you are not creating a child class, you don't understand. No, you don't understand. So next thing. So this is called as the interface. This is called as a class. How they are connected? With the help of implements. Okay. In the implement, there is a overriding is takes place. This is the dynamic because this is the public. This is the public. So dynamic overriding takes place of the method print. Second thing. Now, if it is a dynamic, then object is created definitely. So this is called main method. This is called as a main method. In the main method, it is creating because A6 is a class. So now I am creating the object. I accept the attributes from the class. So that's why A6 is a class name. I am creating the object. Okay, that is name is the object. And I am creating the new in which class? A6. Which class? A6. So object is created. I already mentioned that method is a public. You should create an object. Through the object, you can access the attributes from the class. Okay, so now this is the object.print. Now can you play it? Once object got print there, then it is directly related to here. Okay, once it is related, this class is interface implements from the interface. So interface, what is the method? Print. That print is overwriting in the class, and that class can specify hello. Okay, all right. So that's why this is the function. So let us take this is the interface declaration. In the interface is a method. Inside that attribute is a 100% abstract method. 100% abstract method. Next, this interface is linked with the class by the implements, and inside the class you are creating the polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism. What is that? Print. So here it is also print. So but here it is a body, but there is no body. Okay, so then it can specify that I want to print. Okay, so let us take this is a public. If it is a public, method is a public, then inside the class you should create object. So this is called object creation from the class. And now that you can accept the attribute. What is the attribute? Print. So then it is directly goes to the print. Directly goes to the print. Okay, so print is a method. Method is an attribute. So you can accept the attributes with the help of object name dot. So what is object name? Here is obj. Obj is objective. So object dot attribute. So this is go to print. So print is overwriting here. Print is overwriting here. So it is not directly goes to here. It directly goes to the interface. Okay. So that this method can be overwriting here. Here because it is implements. First it is go to the print. So now it is understand it is the implements from interface. So it is go there. So then it can check. Okay, no body. So then again come back. This method can be overwritten. It can be performed. All right. So let us take this is called as a subprogram. Let us take check test. Okay. So now I want to test this file. Okay, hello. Clear? So this is how interface is linked with the class by with the help of the keyword implements. Next one. Another example. Please see this. Another example. Okay. So now you should understand by observing. I request all the students that not just listening the concept. You should try to observe some programs which is available from the online and find out what is the object, what is the class, what is the modifier, what is the constructor, okay, what is the public method, what is the static method, and what is the inheritance, what is the polymorphism. You should be find out. So always students thinking that everything should be delivered by the master. That's the world pattern. That is the corporate pattern. That's the very best pattern. They are not developing the student career. I request all the students that please visit the online and type some examples of the Java programs. Then please try to first time you cannot understand. Second time you can try. What is the class? What is the method? What is the constructor? And what is the object? Okay. And what is the inheritance? What is the polymorphism? What is the binding? What is the abstracting? And what is the interface? You should be find out yourself. If you are trying like that, your communication, your programming skills will be developed. Don't by heart the bloody programming. You can implement. First time you will not get. Second time you will not get. So many errors are there. Third time, fourth time, the fifth time definitely you should get. Because for each and every error you should be find out what is the solution. Once you find out the solution, you never make a mistake. But I'm sorry to say that 90% of the students are just depends upon the master. You should understand the concept and try to simple program. Start from simple program and write yourself. Then job automatically will come. You are not supposed to work hard. Okay, this is my humble request to all of you. Please try to simple because online compilers are already available. Online compilers are already available. So if you write the program, if you're not getting, so please refer to me. I can solve your programs. But this is not done by the student. He just maga. You're just maga that. Of course, I'm sorry, some of the students cannot present in the class. So please change your attitude. Please change your attitude. So use the online compiler and write the program, simple program. Find out what are the different problems you are facing. Okay, 2 times, 3 times it will work. Okay, if it is not work, then inform me. But the bloody idiot corporate sector can inject the poison into the brains of the student. That the teacher can supply, provide all the things, you can just by heart, and you will write the examination, you will get the 100% marks. Then, yeah. Okay, at present market, in the present world, marks is only the 40%. It is just entry ticket. Remaining is completely depends upon your brain, your attitude, your behavior, and your communication skills. These are not give the notes to the students about what is the communication skill, what is the programming, what is the knowledge. It is not given by the teacher. You can extract yourself. You can write yourself. At least 10 to 20% students get it. Those who are following these rules, they definitely get the job. They will definitely success in their attitude. What they want. Okay, so BTech is not for a certificate. It is for your life, to mold your life. But please come outside from the corporate sector. It's a bloody tedious corporate sector. The corporate colleges, junior colleges can totally demolish the education system. They are surviving, but they demolish their students. The student life. Of course, 10% student require that life because they don't work hard. They don't use their brain. Okay. So my request to all the students that please read or open the site and observe some programs are there. Okay. Then you can understand, okay, this is this. Then next step is you can try to write the programs from small programs. Okay. Right. So because next year, I think when you are completing the final year, then GATE exam pattern changes, public exam pattern changes, and the campus selections can be changes. So there is a tremendous changes. But until otherwise, if you are writing the program, there is no problem for your future. If else, you will definitely face the problem. Okay. And people playing the wonder batting is a bloody idiot things. Knowledge is not for the marks. Gain the knowledge, use the knowledge, develop on the knowledge, and you should develop automatically. Nobody cares whether you are using a Enfield bike or you are going to the first class British Airways flight. Nobody cannot care what you are. They are caring about your knowledge, brain, attitude, everything. They are not observe your outer appearance, white skin, costly shirt, costly bike, and everything costly. No. It's nothing. They can find out the inner beauty. That is your knowledge. They want knowledge. They don't you. They want your brain. So please develop your brain. This is my humble request to all of you. Okay, at least up to now, it is the 20 classes. But how many people are trying some small programs? I don't know. So you're thinking that master will give. So it's a ocean. How the ocean comes to your bucket? Until otherwise you can swim. Okay? All right. So please do that. Otherwise, your communication skills cannot be, program skills cannot be developed. Whatever it may be the program. Okay. All right. So let us take, this is called as another example. So now can you please say that what is the interface? So this is, you can understand by keyword interface. So then you can understand interface. Okay, interface. Whenever interface is there, then it is a 100% abstraction. So there is an attribute. What is the attribute? Okay. What is the abstraction? That there is no body. So what is attribute? Method. So method is attribute. So then this is called a void graph. So no body. So then it is an interface. Now, what I want to draw. So what I want to draw. So then there is something, another class is there. So how the class is interface, how the class is linked with interface. So just by the interface is linked with the class by implement. So that is called implements. So what is the properties of the class? So class is a keyword and the name rectangle. And what is that? This is called a drawable. This is called as a drawable. So drawable and drawable is there. So then this is the method. There is a body. So this is the body. So this is the body. So what is that? Drawing it. Next, another one. There is another class is there. So this is the one class and this is the another class. So it is interlinked with the interface. So that's why implements drawable. So this is a drawable and this is a drawable and this is a drawable. So that is a polymorphism which takes place. So now it is a drawing the circle. Okay. Now, so let us take. You can understand this is the public. So this is called a public. So these are not directly accepted. These are not directly printable. You should create an object in the main method. So let us take this is called as a. So what is the I am saying in previous one? So attributes in one class and methods are in another class. Okay, or objects are in another class. So this is called another class is created. Okay, so let us take first is the interface. Second is the interface is linked with one class, and interface is linked with another class. And now objects are created in another class. So this is called once the object is in that which you are creating object that is in main method. So this is called main method. Okay, in the main method, suppose the methods are public, you should create an object. So let us take this is called an object. So this is called drawable. So this is the drawable, and this is the drawable, and this is the drawable. So drawable, polymorphism takes place. So D is the name of the object, and you are creating the new. In which class? In which class? That is called circle class. Suppose instead of circle you are using a rectangle, you can write it. Okay, right. So let us take this is called as a now D dot draw. So draw is a polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism. Okay, the test. So if you are writing the circle, then it is going to circle function. It oh, it is not existed here. What happens? Okay. Okay. So let us take it's another example. So now can you please tell me, you can find out what happens inside that. So I'm giving the program to you. So just observe that. What is the interface? How the interface is linked with the class? How the interface is linked with another class? And how the objects are created in another class. Okay. Suppose instead of SBI, if I'm writing the PNB, then you will get the 9.7. Suppose instead of SBI, I'm writing the bank, you will not get, you will get some problem. So please be find out that. Please be find out that. So object is created in the inheritance interface or the abstract class, you will get error. Amma, please put off your mic. Please switch off your mic. Amma, who is the using here? Udvi? Okay. So now this is the interface. Interface is linked with the bank, that is called as a class with the implements. Interface is linked with the PNB bank, that is called implements. And next one, objects are created in another one. This is called another class. So this is called as a main method. And you are creating a object by the upcasting because this is a bank. So let us take interface is a bank. Okay, now this is a bank is created in child class is the SBI. So instead of SBI, if you're using the PNB, then you will get the answer. Okay, this is the 9.15 for the SBI, but the PNB is 9.7. Okay, so now you'll get some problem. If it is enabled, okay, right. So up to now, we are understanding what is the interface and how the interface is linked with the class. Now, the next topic is how the two interfaces are interlinked. So I already mentioned the previous diagram. Interface to interface is linked with the extents. Interface to interface is linked with extent. Interface to class implements. Okay, interface to class implements. Interface to interface extend. Class to class extends. So let us take how the two inheritance. So sorry. This is called as a multiple inheritance. What is the multiple inheritance? Two parent, one child. Two parent and one child. So this is called as a multiple interface. Okay, multiple inheritance. Let us take this is the interface and interface class with the implements. So let us take this is called interface, interface, and interface. Then you can use the extents. Okay, fine. So in the interface, can solve the problem of multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. So let us take this is called as a please see that this is the interface and its methods are abstracted. And second interface, This is called as a showable. And this is also 100% abstracted method. So what is the first method? Print. What is the second method? Show. So now this is called as a class. Okay, so let us take interface linked with the class. So that's why class A7 implements printable and show. This is the two parents are there. Okay, two parents. So because class and interface are interlinked with implements. So now what happens? This is the public void. This is called body part of the print, and this is the body part of the show. Next one. Here, an object is created. So here I am not using another class. So A7 is created. Okay, A7 is a class name. Obj is an object name. New is created A7. So then object.print and object.show. So that means these two are interlinked. So let us take this is called as a implements from multiple inheritance. So then it is clearly understand what I want to access. But without interface, then you will get some problem. Okay. Next topic is the multiple inheritance. Sorry, multiple. This is the multiple inheritance. Okay, no problem. This is the multiple inheritance. Right. So let us take one more example. So this is called as a printable, and this is called as a showable, and class is created, and which is implemented to the class, then you will get the answer. Okay, so object.print. So here you are creating the two one, but now this is called as a single one, object.print. So here is a print and here is a print. Then what happens? Then you will get error. So you can understand this program. You can understand this program. So here is also, please see this. Here there are two separate methods. One is a print and another is show. Then you will clearly understand. Now here both are same one. Both are same one. So here one important topic is there. Please see that. Both are same one. So here the two interfaces are implements to the class, and here you will get the hello. Whatever it may be the print, whatever it may be, it directly refers to the class, and you will get the answer. So if you only one method is there, then it can be find out. Suppose if there is a two different methods are there, then they can accept individual. If the two methods are the same, then it can give the solution. Both you can give, you will print hello. So here it is multiple inheritance with the two different methods. Here multiple inheritance with the same single method. Okay. Next. How the two interfaces are linked. I already mentioned that. In previous, interface to class by using implements. Now interface inheritance. That means what is the meaning of interface inheritance? Inheritance span two classes, parent and child. So here what is the function that is called interface? That means parent interface and child interface. In previous, parent class, child class. Now what is the interface inheritance? Parent interface and child interface. How they are interlinked? By using extents. Interface to interface can be extended with the extents. Interface to class implements. So please see this. So let us take this is called an interface. And here what happened? There is a abstract method print. Now interface showable. So this is called a, what is the name of the showable, which can interlink to parent interface. So extends, what is that? Printable. Okay. In the class function, you are writing that class, some name, that is a child name, extend from parent. Similarly, interface is a child one. What is the name of that? Showable. which can extend from the parent interface. This is the parent interface. Now this is called void show. Okay, right. Let us take, this is called as a some third class. So class is interface with the interface. Then you are writing the print of hello and print of showable is well. All right. Now objects are created in another class. So now it is a public. Methods are public. So you should create an object. Objects are always created in class. So now test interface object new either. So object dot print and object dot show. Now please see that. Object dot print where? Object dot print is where? So it is referred to the printable. Printable is extends to the child one. What is the child one? That is called as a, this is the print. So it refers to here, and then it is a dynamic polymorphism takes place, and there is a print that is called hello. Second one, show. So it is go to this one, okay, and it is directly overriding by the dynamic polymorphism and give the welcome. Okay, right. So this is the one interface, and this is the another interface. Right. So then you test it. So there is a problem in there. Dating done some problem. Okay. Okay. And next, this is called as a. It is not necessary right now. Okay. Well, so I can finish this topic by within 10 minutes. So please see that difference between abstract class and interface. Right. So now, already informing you that abstract is a class, interface is a method. Number one. Interface and class are interlinked with the who is that? Okay, so this is called. Right. So please see this, the difference between abstract and interface. The first difference is the abstract is a class, interface is a method. What is the main function? Abstraction. So have an abstract and a non, the first one. Second one, abstract is a 0 to 100% abstraction. So that means it can access the abstract methods, non-abstract methods, constructors also. But in interface is a 100% abstraction, only accept the abstract methods. So that is called next one. Suppose the class cannot support the multiple interface, 2 parents, 1 child. But the interface accepts the multiple inheritance. Right. Next. So here I'm saying that abstract class can have the final, non-final, static and non-static variable. But this is only at the static final variables. Right. The abstract is a keyword, but interface is a keyword here. Okay, abstract can extend to another Java class by using the extends. Here what happens? An interface is extended to another interface, and interface is extended to another class. Interface to class is implements, interface to interface is extends. Okay. So have a class members like a private protected, but here everything is protected. That is called default. Okay. So this is the difference between abstract class and interface. Abstract class and interface method. Okay. Finally, abstraction and interface both are using for the abstraction of the method. No body parts. To find out the body part, use the interface, use the inheritance, And polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, a method is overwriting. Then, if you're overwriting the method, you should understand what the body parts can perform. Otherwise, you will get error. Otherwise, you will get error. Okay? Right? So thank you for your patience. In the next class, I want to discuss about the package. Thank you.